should be live. Can you guys hear me? It is time. Hello, can you please come? I have come, yes. Where's the 10-second countdown? I think those are only on premieres, right? I don't think they're on streams. Season 2 gonna be so gas. I hope so. I hope you guys like it. I'm pretty hyped about it. Yes, we do. Hello there. Hello. Nebula Space, Trilord, I painted this. Matsuro. A name that I can't really read, but I also can make out some letters, and I'm afraid of that word, so I'm not gonna say it. Galunkalo, Atomic. How was your day today? Pretty good, but also frustrating. What's up? Gonna be giving an update on Season 2, basically. That's the main point of the stream. Hello, Baboin. I still don't know how exactly to say that name. Hello, Bonbon. Bananinlachtadja. What's up? Hope I pronounced that correctly. I thought the rock was on Saitama's face, was his mouth in the thumbnail. Yeah, this art was made by Dagargos and also Steel. That's their names on Discord. The background and the rocks are from Steel, from another artwork that I put in as a background and foreground on an artwork of Boros and Saitama, drawn by Dagargos. Will Boros solo Saitama in Season 2? Yes. He solos everybody. Boros beats all of fiction. Except Hades from Record of Ragnarok and Joe Goat from Lobotomy Kaizen. Those are the only ones he doesn't beat. Hello, hello, Phobia the Paladin Squirrel. Just continue saying it like you already have. Okay. My name is Finnish and you ain't pronouncing it correctly. I can imagine. And what about Dark Void? Oh, who's Dark Void? Actually. I don't recognize the name. Yo, Eternal Flame, hello. Nice to see you here. Opinions on the new Empty Void feats in One Punch Man? I'll talk about it sometime later on. Specifically, I have a collab upcoming with another YouTuber on Superman vs. Empty Void on his channel. He's called The Sage of the Calves. So, we're gonna be doing that once the fight resumes. But in general, I think he has some good implications here. I mean, obviously. Empty... Yeah, Glorybus wins, for sure. I feel like the fights are going to be crazy in this upcoming season. Oh yes, they will be. They will be. How many seasons are you planning on doing for What If Boros Turned Good? Okay, so there's gonna be Season 2, and then there's gonna be a 1 hour long movie. That's the plan, and then the series ends with the movie. That's pretty much how it's working out so far. Nice to be here, I'm chillin'. That's good to hear. Mosquito versus Glorybus. Glorybus wins, for sure. The Mosquito has nothing on Glorybus. Mosquito's best feat is soloing Saitama. Glorybus has done that and more. Would Boros solo Boros? No. Nobody can solo Boros, not even himself. Do you believe those new Empty Void feats also apply to Cosmic Garo? I do. Definitely do. Because, look at it this way. If Empty Void proves to be at all relative to Blast in this upcoming battle, like if they're trading punches and moving at relatively the same speed, then you have Garo and Saitama, who grew exponentially stronger on one of Jupiter's moons on Io than they were back when they were already pressuring Blast. So you can just say they're basically Blast, but multiplied. So Empty Void is not touching P. Garo in my opinion. He is lying, season 3 will happen, guys, 2026. Maybe in the future, the far future. We'll see. I'm changing my name so people can say it. Alright. How strong do you think Muzan would be in One Punch Man? I don't know Demon Slayer scaling all that well, but I don't think he'd be above demon level. I think that's like the biggest he can go, like the highest. 1 hour long movie, you have had episodes longer than that. I'm definitely not complaining, you can cook. See, the thing is, this movie, it's coming out way later than season 2. And what I want to do, what I really want to do was have several animations and also have it basically be fully illustrated. Like, the whole thing is illustrated scenes. So, yeah, that's the difference. But it's gonna take a long time to do that because I'll need to save up a lot of money. Debatable. Boros versus Mosquito. Boros damaged Saitama, Mosquito did not. Boros wins. Top 10 in One Punch Man. I mean, I think it's pretty much the same as the last video I did, but empty. So just push everybody down. Everybody below Blast gets pushed down 1 level. Goroibas versus Boros. Boros. Goroibas obeys Boros for a reason. Cosmic Fear Garo versus Empty Void. I gave my thoughts on that a little bit ago, so you can rewind the stream a little bit. Trollface Satri versus Trollface Saitama. Probably me. I think I have a less funny troll face, therefore less meme potential, therefore less people laughing at me, therefore bigger power scale. Don't ask how that works. Opinions on MHA's ending. I've not kept up with the manga, but for me it's rolled significantly downhill for quite a while now. So I kind of stopped keeping up with it. Dobby's dance was like the peak, and then it just rolled downhill. At least for me. Will come out first, GTA 6, Minecraft End Update, or One Punch Man Season 3? Maybe Minecraft End Update. They at least do updates every year or 2 years, so think maybe that will come out first. That's going to be so cool. I hope it is. I want to have it completed the way I plan to complete it. How strong do you think Suiryu is? I don't think he's that crazy. I remember you do, from what I remember you doll. But for me, Suiryu doesn't really have that much scaling. My cut, yeah. Okay, so let's just cut the band-aid off. The microphone is dying. My microphone, the moment I raise my voice, it just cuts out. And the thing is, to record One Punch Man, What If Boros Turned Good Season 2, I need to raise my voice quite a bit whenever characters are saying something or being surprised at something. And whenever I say Boros kicked Saitama into a mountain and made a country-sized crater or something like that, I usually, what I would do is raise my voice to indicate the moment as like a big thing. You know, like if you watch part 14 or 15 of What If Boros Turned Good Season 1, you'll see that I often do that. I often raise my voice and you do that stuff. And the thing is, if I can't raise my voice while recording, I can't really record the season. Like, the most I can record is like videos that don't require me to raise my voice at all. and even then it still cuts out quite a bit. Like whenever I do collabs with other people as well, because I haven't recorded a video by myself in a bit, but whenever I do collabs with other people for their channels, you can ask them. You can ask like Thunder God and Sage of the Cavs. We did videos relatively recently where we just had to like pause for a while for my microphone to recover, and I just kept cutting out multiple times, like anytime I raised my voice. And so it's gotten even worse since then. I'm getting a new computer and a new microphone relatively soon, and that's when I can record the season, pretty much. So, basically what I'm getting at is that I can't record the season currently. I have some stuff recorded, but not nearly enough. So, yeah, pretty much. We're gonna have to delay it a little bit. Not by much. Hopefully I should have the computer and the microphone like next week, maybe the week after that. Like, I very much hope that I shouldn't not get them that fast. So, sorry to say this, but it's not getting pushed back that much. Okay, it's only gonna be like a week or two from the initial date, the 20th of July. So it shouldn't be pushed back that much. But I will need some extra time pretty much to prepare. Okay, let's read the chat a little bit. Hello from Colombia, hello. Think Blast is solar system level. I think he's quite a bit higher, but that's fair, I guess. So do you believe Empty Void is above Cosmic Phoenix Man? If Empty Void struggles with Blast in their battle, then no. I don't think he would be, because Cosmic Phoenix Man is definitely above Blast. The poor mic. We have to bring the mic to the hospital. Can't you change levels for now, like the decibels? Yeah, but the thing is, I'd have to shout literally everything else. Because, like, the options are I shout everything, or I speak normally and then severely decrease the volume for the for any voice lines, or for any time when I say this character got launched into a mountain or blew up a galaxy, or, you know, anything substantial happening. I would have to dramatically lower the voice, and the video would be stitched together. Like, the sound of the video would just be going all over the place, and I could make the voice louder afterwards, but the thing is, it would still not be the same. I've tried to do that stuff before, it's not the same. Plus, also another thing is that my computer right now is weak. It scales to like 5 minutes of editing level. Like, I can't go over 5 minutes of video without my computer just dying on me and starting to crash and whatnot. So whenever I get the new computer, I would be able to edit a lot more efficiently, pretty much, because I've learned to work around the time restraints, I guess, like the 5-minute timer. Which, basically, like, what it is like, I can't edit a video that's longer than 5 minutes without the program severely slowing down and becoming borderline unusable. The 5 minutes is like a general benchmark. Like, it depends on the size of the files and stuff like that, but yeah, basically, like, whenever I get the new computer and the new microphone, I should be able to work a lot faster, more efficiently, and I should be able to record. So, yeah. Satori's broken microphone solo Satori's voice. Pretty much, yes. I have faith that one day that Isamu will realize that the hero rankings won't guarantee that a person has combat capabilities. I'm not sure who Isamu is, but yeah, I can't really reply. The mic is Geno's quality. That was after a fight. Pretty much. How has it been this stream, by the way? Because during the last few, it's been cutting out every like 20 seconds. So how is it now? I'm actually curious to know. Like, can you guys hear me consistently, or is it cutting out as well? Because I can't hear that. Only you guys can. Take your time, quality over quantity. Yeah, I think so. Again, it shouldn't be that much of a delay. It should only be a couple of weeks at most, hopefully. Because I should be getting the computer and the microphone soon. I think that he's bare minimum cadre level and definitely above human Garo. Responding since it was lost in chat in reference to Suiryu. I'd like to hear the arguments for that, because I haven't heard them in a long time. How are you doing today, sir? I'm doing pretty good. Take as much time as you need. Thank you. If I donate $30, will you buy a new microphone with it? The one that I currently have was like $75 or something like that. I got it as a present. Also, somebody asked how long I've had my current equipment. It's been over 2 years, I think, because I got it 2 years ago on Christmas. For the microphone. For the computer, I've had it for a lot longer. Take as much time as you need. Oh yeah, I read that. I will donate 3 cents. If I donate $30, like, if you donate 30, I'll probably spend it on more art for season 2. Cause I have a bunch of physical money that I can just go to a store with and buy the microphone with that. So any digital I'll just spend on artworks and stuff like that. That would be appreciated though, always appreciated. But I'm not lacking in funding at the moment. Like, I'm doing pretty good on that front, cause finally YouTube started paying me as well, finally. Cause originally, I was supposed to start getting paid back in February, but YouTube dragged things on for so long, I only started getting paid like a month ago. It gave me payment for 2 months, so I had a bunch of... I still have a bunch of money that I can expend on this series now. Bunch more than I had before, but a lot less than what I planned to have initially, because I missed out on several months of revenue on that. How strong do you believe a fusion between Final Orochi and Firestorm Phoenix Man would be compared to other top tiers in One Punch Man and other series? A fusion in the sense that like Orochi absorbs Phoenix Man, or a fusion in the sense that it's like a Potara fusion from Dragon Ball? Because if it's a Potara fusion, they're soloing like most of One Punch Man for sure. Cosmic characters being the only debatable exception. I mean, Phoenix Man they're already soloing everybody individually. That's not cosmic level, so yeah. I think a fusion would definitely be able to even contend with some of the cosmic tiers of power. Let's see. I can donate a new mic, but a computer a bit expensive for me to donate now. But if I win the lottery, I'll donate a lot, couple thousand at least. And now the thing is, basically, the computer is already secured because I won a bet, like a big bet with someone, and they promised to buy me a computer, like an actual good computer, not the one I have right now. So that's good at least. The computer's secured. I'll only have to buy the microphone with my own funding. My IT guy and me is activating what's your CPU or laptop. Okay, the thing is, I'm not even sure what CPU is. I'm kind of ashamed to admit it, but like I genuinely am not an IT guy. I'm not even sure what it is. I have a computer that's... I think it's from Asus, I think. Because, like, it says Asus in search of incredible every time I turn it on. So I think that's the brand. But I can't be too sure, because I'm just a noob when it comes to IT. Chuck Norris versus King Mr. Satan. So the thing is, Chuck Norris will see Mr. Satan, think he's more muscular, and go after him. And those two will fight, and Mr. Satan will win. Because he can take hits from universal beings like Majin Buu. And then he will look at King, see King's aura, and he will say no, back off, and then leave. So King will be the winner. Because of his raw aura. It cut out during the Genos mic read. It's good, not too bad, it's actually doing fine. Has cut out like once. Okay, that's actually really good. That's surprising. Because, like, during recordings, it's gotten significantly worse. But I guess for this stream, it's doing relatively well. Actually, you know what it is? It's definitely the fact that I figured out how to plug it into another outlet on my computer. And connect OBS to that outlet. Because, like, the problem was previously that the outlet I was connecting it to was just pretty bad. This time I managed to connect it to another outlet and then connect my streaming software to that outlet. I don't even know how exactly, but it just, like, whenever I connected it to the good outlet, my OBS, my streaming software, just wouldn't pick up on it, and now it does, so that's good. So that's probably why there are a lot less cutouts now. So how long is this delayed? Hopefully just a week or two from the initial date of the 20th of July. Hopefully not more than that. Weird, I was gonna ask what are your computer stats today and you pretty much revealed that. I'm not sure what I revealed exactly. It's like I guess it's being weak enough to not... To not be able to edit a video for that very long. Like, that's the thing that I revealed, I guess. Wonder if before I will reveal to Isamu Chaldem. Oh, Isamu is Chaldemper's real name? Actually, I either didn't know that or had forgotten. That Saitama always had strength superior to any S-class and he surpassed the physical test records. That would be pretty cool if Chaldemper actually became aware. How long do you think the One Punch Man manga and webcomic will be? The manga? The webcomic I don't really know, I haven't been keeping up with it, but the manga... probably at least like 100 more chapters. Because like the Monster Association arc was over 100 chapters. So I think at least a similar length would need to be dedicated for like the Neo Heroes and everything happening in the webcomic and then God afterwards. I think like at least that much needs to be added, like at least 300 chapters in total, maybe even pushing to 400. We'll see. I'll donate 20 to 30 anyway. Hey, that would be appreciated. Isamu is Child Emperor's legal name. Yeah, okay. What do you think of Natty hyping up Watchdog Man so much? Watchdog Man I think is pretty overrated because I don't see the hype. I don't know why people love him so much. Satori be making bank? A little bit, not too much, but I don't have to worry about things like rent or anything like that at the moment, so I can afford to spend it on things that I enjoy, like What If Boros Turned Good Season 2. That's pretty much the good part. Like, if this was happening a couple years later, I would just have to spend it all on probably like rent or taxes or something like that. Now I don't have to do that yet, so that's good. Fubuki versus Garo video. Yeah, I do. Not a short, but like a short video. Like a short long form video. Because I think people are underrating Fubuki a lot. What's up? Hello, Duggergo. we're just talking about the pretty much everything. I mean, 30 is better than nothing, right? No, it definitely is. It would still be appreciated. I could spend it on more Season 2 stuff, so... Again, it would be very appreciated. Not discounting it or anything. Love the scene where Sonic punched Firelocks in the face on the face. We're talking about Genos. He was a little bit, yeah. By the way, does anyone know what is up with the My Mask? Is he a monster in disguise? In the manga, we don't know that much yet. Will Suiryu be in Season 2? Currently, I don't actually have plans for him. And the thing is, the season is pretty packed, so I don't know if I will have plans for him. Because he just doesn't really fit anywhere. Do you think Child Emperor would become very strong when he becomes an adult? Probably. Like, if he gets proportionally smarter, like, imagine like a 10-year-old kid compared to like a 40-year-old adult in real life. If Child Emperor gets proportionally smarter, it's gonna be crazy. He'll be inventing Boros level cyborgs, probably. I think that Cosmic Fear, Garo, Empty Void, and Blast now scale to at least 4D. I think that's a fair take at this moment. What got you into One Punch Man scaling? Honestly, I'm not even too sure. Like, there's not a specific moment that really got me into it. I just liked the series as I was reading it, and I thought it was hype, so I just got into it. With the video talking about the top 10 strongest characters, like my first one. My first exposure was like the old Seth the Programmer videos of like Saitama versus Cell, like that sort of thing. Back when multi-continental and planet level Saitama was a thing. I'll try to get my friends to buy me a new computer too. I think both manga and webcomic will be more than 7 years. I can imagine that. Isn't God in Terra 3 an 18D being? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't read it, so I can't really say. CPU stands for Computer Processing Unit. And what is a Computer Processing Unit then? let me ask that. Do you have any YouTube artists that you regularly listen to? Example, Camellia, No 11, DM Dokuro, Acid Notation. I don't know any of those guys. Plus Ultraman is one. Then another one would be like a lot of my friends from YouTube, like for example Sage of the Cavs, Thunder God, Loco, like a lot of those guys. Of course Professor Fiction, One Punch Man Sphere, Yasin also from One Punch Man, Mr. Perfect Cell. So yeah, those would be like the main guys. Puri Puri Prisoner, Ultimate Technique, English or Spanish? The correct answer is Mongolian. You say that. Or you say like some random country, not like Chinese or Japanese, but like just some actually super random country, like you just say Afghanistan, or you just say like, I don't know, Libya or something. The person probably doesn't know how to say it, so they're left stunned and you walk away. Hey Satri, can I donate 20 so I can draw art for 20? For context, animator Broman has drawn some art for season 2, and I commissioned some art from him, so he basically saying he'll donate to me so I'll pay him the money to draw. We got a cut, chat. Oh, how long was it? In regards to Season 2, could we get the names for the OCs? I don't think it's too much of a spoiler, especially given some factors. So, okay, basically, one of them I cannot spoil, but the other is... Actually, no, I won't say it. I won't say it just yet, because it'll immediately reveal a bit about the character. Is Garo going to get stronger like he did in canon in your What If? Absolutely. Yo, Satoru, what's up? What's up? Hello. Do you believe we would ever see any new feats from Watchdog Man? Probably. Which gaming consoles do you have? I don't game pretty much at all these days. Just recently, I got in touch with a friend that I hadn't talked to in a couple months, and we played Minecraft Bed Wars together, and it was like the most fun I've had playing a video game in years. We just dominated for no reason, like neither of us has played in a very long time, and for some reason we just dominated most of the competition. So, it was just really fun. Games anymore. Like, I play Minecraft like once every half a year, and Subnautica, there was one like section of time when I played Subnautica for a bit, for a couple of weekends in a row. But I actually don't have any Xbox or PlayStation, like any of that stuff. I just have a PC, and then I guess like the phone. Also have an iPad. That one was for school purposes though, so. Top 5 favorite YouTubers. That's a tough one, because like how do you rank people? Or like how do you rank content from different niches? Like for example, just take like Thunder God for Naruto and Yasin for One Punch Man. How do I rank two guys from completely different niches with different content? It's kind of weird for me. I listed the ones that I regularly watch, so just take those as like my favorite YouTubers. Is our Boros good at video games? He hasn't played, but he will, and he will know pain, because the guy he's gonna be playing against is... Oof. Got into One Punch Man with a Garo vs. Boros animation, which I watched on vacation in Italy. Is it like the most recent one from... what's his name? I'm blanking on the name. But it's like the one where they dash across cities destroying things and at the end a nuke is launched, right? I'm blanking on the name of the artist. One second. I'd messaged him before. I should have him in my contacts. What's his name? Animat. Yeah, Animat. Fun fact about that, I actually reached out to him to ask if he could animate a scene for season 2 of Boros. And like, I would commission it, of course. I would pay for it. And he was interested, but due to circumstances he couldn't do it in the end. Like, because he had other things to do. Flashy Flash doesn't deserve to be in Blast Guardians of the Galaxy squad. I mean, if he trains with a blast or something and gets god powers, like, not in the sense that he takes powers from God, but in the sense that he, like, learns space manipulation from Blast or something, then I think he definitely could be. Albania. Just Albania. No context, just Albania. Oh, for the previous stuff that I was saying, for the English or Spanish. Okay. Answer, name a woman. I don't know, Taylor Swift? That's the first one that pops to mind. When are we gonna get Satori power scaling Satori? I'm not too sure. Probably whenever I do a face reveal, like 10 years from now. It's my first time entering one of your streams, so hello. Hello, some poor artist. How are you? Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have you heard of a new scaler named Danko? I've heard the name, but I haven't seen any of their videos. At least I don't think. Sounds like a good deal. Can I get in on it? Which deal? Because I'm a lot behind in chat. I can't keep up. Well, I'm gonna make a short what if about the heroes and monsters swapping roles. Yeah, I want to do that. I remember saying that I want to do that a long time ago. I've been wanting to do that for a bit. I'm not sure when I'll get to it. I actually hinted on one of their names in Satori's Discord server, shameless plug. Yeah, Baboin is the guy who has gotten the most right with his theories about Season 2. He's also got some exclusive info because he won an art competition and I sent him a decently sized spoiler, so he's also got quite a bit going. Someday Saitama will punch Flashy Flash in the face for telling everyone that he made him his disciple when Saitama said no. Also sad. English or Spanish, how about binary? How about Morse code instead? Satori is a real nice employer. I told him to pay me $10 for one serious robot drawing and 3 cents for 3 crappy drawings of a person that can't be named. I did not expect the 3 cents. Yep. I mean, you asked, so I paid. It's actually worse for Genos since Platinum. Oh, there's like a debate about Genos versus Platinum as going on in the chat. I'm not gonna give my thoughts on it yet. Maybe I'll make a video on it at some point. A Satori Minecraft server would go crazy. Maybe. Maybe that could be it, whenever I have more time. How about Hex? Brayley. Satori iPad kit confirmed? Not really. I got this iPad like... How old was I? I think it was like 13 years old, something like that. Who would win in a fight between Boros and Hades? See, the thing is, Boros absolutely annihilates in speed, but unless you really highball him, he's not dealing any damage, so it's kind of a stalemate. Hey Satori, hello Xrim, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Who do you think would win in a fight? Webcomic Awakened Garo versus Hellfire Inferno Firestorm Phoenix Man? Phoenix Man would demolish. Phoenix Man definitely wins. Because Awakened Garo in the webcomic doesn't really have that good scaling. If Boros and Garo play a party game, who would win? Probably Garo, I would imagine, because he would at least be familiar with it. Hey Satori, I just want to say that I've been really enjoying your content for a while now. I would like to say thanks for making these great videos for us to enjoy. Thank you. Hope I can continue making videos for you to enjoy. How strong do you think Revived Boros is from the new webcomic? Currently we don't know. He could be weaker, he could be stronger, he could be the same strength as he was. All we know is that he's definitely above Dragon, because Genos who can fight dragons just cannot measure his power level. Like, he's too strong to be assigned a threat level. Which is a goated line, by the way, but... Flashy Flash must train in his free time instead of forcing Saitama to be his disciple for a potential he already exploited. Yeah. Who do you think has better adaptation, Garo or Adam? The thing is, Adam has way quicker adaptation. It depends as well if it's Cosmic Garo or Monster Garo. If it's Monster, Adam by a long shot, because Adam just instantly copies whatever attack you have and just dishes it back, but better. And he copies your stats too, like everything. Just a better copy of you. And it's instant, he doesn't need to take any damage or anything. But Cosmic Garo has a very similar thing. And he keeps the power boost. We don't know if Adam keeps the power that he copied afterwards. But he might, because he comments that he like... When Zeus does the time punch on him and Adam counters, he's like, I like this one. Implying that he's adding it to his arsenal. He's like, oh, this move is good. I like this one. That's gonna be good for me. So like, maybe you could say that he does keep the moves, in which case they're both like relative, but Adam eventually just burns out and Garo doesn't. Damn, we gotta wait 10 years for Satori's feats. What do you think about Record of Ragnarok Apocalypse of the Gods? I don't really know what that is actually. I haven't been keeping up recently. I've only read the manga. I haven't been keeping up with any other material. Danko is bad, he steals content. Let me just Google Danko. Like, who is this guy? The gods. Who is Danko? Oh, 400,000 subscribers, damn. Okay, I've not seen this guy, but I've probably seen some of his thumbnails, I would imagine. But I literally haven't watched a single video from this guy. So I can't really say anything. How strong do you think Empty Void from the redrawn chapter is? I'll give my thoughts later in a video collab with another person, another creator, Sage of the Cavs. But for now, I think like 4D is a safe estimate. Like without too much downplaying or too much highballing. My phone broke, so I can't even access the Discord server. Could be, but it was like 2 or 3 years ago, but I think it was pre-Cosmic Garo at the time when Garo vs. Boros was still hype with most people. How would you swap the roles between heroes and the monsters? Also, will Garo remain the same? Basically, what I would just do is like the cadres become the S-Class, the S-Class become the cadres, the S-Class try to take down the world. And the cadres have to stop them, and all the heroes are basically taking the place of the Monster Association. Like, I'd figure some things out. There's definitely a lot that would need to be worked out, but I think it could be fun. As for Garo, I guess he would want to hunt the cadres instead of the S-Class more, something like that. Because the monsters always win instead of the heroes, so Garo would want to be a hero. What disaster level would Godzilla from the Monsterverse at his peak be? I haven't been keeping up with Godzilla scaling all that much, but I know that like the biggest thing he has is like a statement of being the most powerful weapon in the universe, right? Something like that for his atomic breath. So in that case, like if you think his atomic breath is legitimately just like a universal thing, stronger than a Big Bang or something, then he should have god level attack potency, but his speed is like demon level maybe. So he would be pretty easy to take down for some of the heroes. Also, does he scale to his AP fully? Like, does he scale to the atomic breath completely? I would imagine probably. How good will Cosmic Monster King Orochi be, seeing as he was in the plateau on God's sack? Huh? Wait, what? How good will Cosmic Monster King Orochi be, seeing he was in the plateau on God's altar, I would assume? I'm not sure what you mean, actually. Okita Soji versus Flashy Flash. If Okita has his Volundar and Fates Intertwined, Flashy Flash is not landing a scratch on him, because the durability and attack potency boost is just insane from that. But Flashy Flash should be faster. Canon Meteoric Burst Boros versus Firestorm Phoenix Man. Firestorm Phoenix Man canonically has been stated to be able to give Boros a hard time in Meteoric Burst in canon, but the Collapsing Star or in canon is up for debate whether it could kill him enough to not be able to resurrect or no. Can I help making What If Boros turn good in any way? I would imagine, like, donating or just simply watching videos is already enough. Unless you can draw a lot of good artwork, I guess. Because I always need more artwork. So, yeah. Although, like, even then I have most of what I need for the first part of the season. It's really the second part that's gonna be needed more. Did Boros sign an autograph to someone when he was a hero undercover? Probably. Let's go. I think Empty Void is still 3D with good hacks because he didn't destroy an effective 4D space. The most we have is that his attack has God interference, but it's too weak to say 4D. That's also fair, I think. You can interpret it a couple of different ways. I think Saitama will quit the Hero Association after he realizes they are a hypocritical bunch of criminals who benefit from people suffering. I would imagine so. The cadres are not pulling that win. Yeah, but only because of Tatsumaki and Blast. If we remove them, and King I guess, then they would definitely destroy, but those three in particular, yeah. Leave Garo and Saitama the same in that verse and not much would change. Yeah. Yeah, we just got into the live stream. May, if you can tell me why it got delayed or retell it. Basically, I can't record it, because whenever I raise my voice on the recording, my microphone just cuts out completely. And whenever a character needs to be reacting, like, oh, Blast is watching like a huge clash between Ultimate Omega S versus Boros Meteoric Star Galaxy Destroyer or whatever, and he's exclaiming, "This is bad, the universe is gonna blow up" or something. I need to raise my voice for that kind of thing. And whenever I say like, oh, this character blew up a mountain, a country, or anything, I usually raise my voice to emphasize the moment, so if I can't raise my voice, it just doesn't work. So I'm getting new equipment soon. A week or two, and not more than that. From the initial date of the 20th of July. That's the basic rundown. If you had to kill off one of the S-Class excluding Watchdog Man, who would it be? Puri Puri Prisoner, for sure. Video on S-Class with power from God? It would be something similar to the monster video, like what if the S-Class monsterized, except even on a bigger scale. How strong do you think the House of Evolution monsters would be if they trained or battled to near death? Carnage Kabuto in particular is just Darkshine, but smarter. And also probably does have good potential, so I would imagine he could get pretty strong. Maybe reach the level of somebody like Flashy Flash. If you think Empty Void is high universal plus, what is Saitama? Just higher than that by some amount. Thoughts on the current One Punch Man arc? I like it, sort of. Like, Empty Void stuff is hype, but the Flashy Flash and the Sonic stuff I prefer in the webcomic a lot. I think it was done way better in the webcomic. But the Empty Void stuff is hype. If the collapsing star roaring fist is the equivalent of a serious punch, what does Boros have that is the equivalent of a normal punch? At the... And then with the collapsing star roaring fist, he's able to match one single serious punch. That was like the intention. I'ma call it, release Boros will beat Garo in season 2 mid to high diff. We'll see, we'll see. Bro running out of names. Saw 3, they might have Boros' help talking about the monsters versus hero switch up. Actually, Boros? this is bad. Ironically, he's technically a monster, but I wouldn't consider him for the change. Like, I think he would just be an... They aren't making it to the S class. They are Boros. Yeah, pretty much. That's what's gonna happen. I just realized. Could Beelzebub's attacks go through Gojo's infinity? Probably not, because it's the vibrations still travel through a distance. So I would imagine they would still be stopped. Micah. Canonically, webcomic Manga has statements to being relative to Meteoric Burst. Boros had that with much better skill. He would probably be somewhat above Fire Phoenix Man. The thing is, that probably only applies to webcomic Boros. Like that whole statement of them being relative. So I don't think it really can be applied to anime or manga Boros, and the webcomic Boros isn't really that impressive. What is going to be your headcanons into where Empty Void was, and what if Boros turned good season 2 in the movie? We shall see. I have an idea. Get the JJK narrator voicing over Tatsumaki's lines in the series. Oh wow. That would be something. Meteoric Boros already dealt with Fire Phoenix Man, not much effort, but Garo's growth in skill and willpower will make it hard for Boros. We shall see. Remember, Empty Void is in his base form. In chapter 197 we saw his cosmic form. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Cutting out like you said, died. Yeah, see, the moment I started getting at all emotional, like, it just started happening, right? Like, I'm not sure if it's exactly the moment, but I would imagine it probably is, considering my experience with just the recordings in general. Like, the moment I started talking more louder, it just died, right? Like, something like that must have happened. You might have to answer the question again. Which question? I hate the rewriting. Like, imagine reading the story for a few months and being engaged and then boom, all of it for naught since the last few chapters were rewritten. Yeah, I can imagine that. It's just that, like, for example, with Phoenix Man, like that whole fight being redrawn, I don't like that at all. But with the Empty Void stuff, I didn't particularly like the previous material, so I'm fine with it being redrawn. But I can imagine if you like it, yeah, it sucks. Bro, need that new equipment now. Your mic tripping. How bad is it? How often is it cutting out? Will you ever do What If Goku was in One Punch Man? I actually wanted to do What If Boros was in One Punch Man at one point, but it just didn't feel right. I might still revisit it at some point. The mic is having a stroke heart attack. And at the same time. How bad is it? Do you think Thor scales above Buddha and Beelzebub? Personally, I don't think so. Yo, big dog, which of these is getting it the best? And there are several emojis. Getting what the best exactly? Like the microphone? Because if so, I'd say the pink one, like the fourth one. The screaming one. What if Boros was in one... Oh, did I say what if Boros was in One Punch Man? I meant what if Boros was in Dragon Ball Z. If I said that, sorry. It was what if Boros was in Dragon Ball Z, not One Punch Man. I think the mic needs some ointment. Thor versus Boros. If you highball Boros, he should be able to win. Like if you highball him to Universal, but other than that, like if you think he scales to Saitama fully, pretty much. But if you don't think so, then Thor just cannot be damaged by Boros. So in that her heroes and monsters swapped what if, does that mean God is good or does he stay the same? See, that's one of those things that I haven't thought about yet. I'd need to work it out. It would be badass if Black S has a good/neutral merge and then the ultimate bad merge got boosted. In the original story, like the One Punch Man canon, yeah, that would be cool if we get a good and a bad Black S. You mean DBZ? Yeah. The mic fluctuates from fine to kinda bad. I hope it's still understandable at least. How far do you think the new manga Genos would reach in terms of Garo forms? We don't know how strong it is compared to 10-second mode Genos. If it's as strong as 10-second mode Genos, I think in attack potency he can compete with like Perfected Fist, maybe even more. But in terms of speed and durability, he's getting absolutely washed. That's how I would put it. Because he was able to match Sairochi for a bit, but that's kind of it. And that's if current Genos is as strong in attack potency as 10-second mode Genos though. It depends on how long you are being emotional when talking. Could be. You ever played Super Smash Bros? I have not actually. Can't wait for Boros to meet the OC in Season 2 and talk in Zoomer language. What's that mean? I don't really get it. Is Boros going to be in Season 2 chat? No, he won't be. We'll be focusing on Fubuki's adventures with Tank Top Master instead. Those two will be the main characters. Sorry for spoiling the season. The Boros stuff, like the artwork I've been posting of Boros and Saitama, that's clickbait. It's gonna be about Fubuki and Tank Top Master. Sorry for deceiving you guys. I'm so sorry. Here's a fun idea for a fanfic. What if Saitama used Talk no Jutsu on his enemy? turned good. But also Carnage Kabuto has... also Carnage Kabuto appears, and Beefcake also is good, and Vaccine Man. And then the cadres probably still die because of Boros. And then, yeah, what if Boros turned good happens? For me, the mic is completely consistent ever since I joined. That's good to hear, at least. Do you prefer fantasy or sci-fi? The thing is, I like both, but I think I prefer fantasy more. It just feels more, like... how should I say it? Like, more comfortable, cozy, is like how I would describe it. Just like more of a cozy setting to be in. Just like to read a story for, compared to sci-fi. Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz, and some Cybermen versus the Vultramite Empire. I don't know much of Vultramite scaling, but didn't they struggle to blow up a single planet, like together, several of them? Because if so, then I think the Saiyans win. But if they do have higher scaling, then I think they probably win. Boros will be like... See, I would do the Boros voice, but I'm afraid the mic is gonna die, so... what is the Sigma? And then he gets decapitated, then regenerates and says, bro, there's no riz. That would be very cringy. Satori, hello Loco, how you doing? Will Boros try to talk no Jutsu Garo? We shall see. Good morning, Demonic Candy. I've arrived. Hello, Simon DW. An ad on a live stream. Yeah, I need to turn that off. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. I need to turn that off. Alright, I turned it off. Now there shouldn't be any more ads. Boros got lost on the way for Season 2. And even now, Satori's mic continues to cut out as Satori's emotions continue to grow exponentially. Can't wait to see what Psychos is doing this season. If you're referring to what if Boros turned good, she died. She died in part 3. She's not coming back. Where do you think are Garo's parents? Probably just irrelevant, like they just live somewhere unaware of what Garo is doing, or dead, I would imagine. Do you believe Psychos is one of those villains that can have a redemption arc? I think if they want to, One and Murata could pull it off. Because she did a lot of bad stuff and a lot of evil things, but you can argue that she was influenced by God, like giving visions of the future that messed her up mentally. So you maybe could go into it and like try to give her a redemption arc. It would make that scene a lot funnier considering Boros' relation to the OC. Nah, not really, I don't think so. I have to disagree on that one. Feener versus Flashy Flash? I don't know what Feener is. Vegeta, Nappa, Raditz versus the S-Class? I think, like, the only ones that can do anything to the Saiyans are Tatsumaki. Like, that's the only one that's at all close, because everybody else gets bodied, and then you have Blast who just bodies the Saiyans. And Tatsumaki, speed-wise, I think she... like, it depends how you scale Dragon Ball speed. If you scale them based off of, like, the laser statements and the solar flare in original Dragon Ball, they should be able to just blitz Tatsumaki. But if you scale them more from the Piccolo blowing up the moon feat and go from there, I think they could be decently relative in speed. And then you have Tatsumaki with planetary attack potency, and you have the Saiyans also somewhere in that range, so I think it could be decently close. I think Vegeta would win though. I think Vegeta is like the one that Tatsumaki definitely shouldn't be able to beat. And that's not taking like the higher end interpretations for the Saiyans as well, because you can scale them higher than just planetary. Boros learns about taxes arc. I'm learning about taxes and I hate them. I'm not putting Boros through that kind of pain. He's going through pain, but not that kind of pain. How does Season 2 affect LeBron's legacy? I'm not sure how, but let's just say it elevates it even further. Do you think What If Boros Turned Good would actually turn out like this if it was an official spin-off? I would imagine no. Like, I don't think he would just solo the Monster Association before it happens. Like, it's logical to assume that he would eventually discover them, because like some monsters would just come up to him and be like, hey, there's this thing called the Monster Association, you look like a monster, let's go there, you know? Like, I think it's realistic that that would happen. But I don't think if it was an official spin-off it would. Just cause then like the Monster Association arc just doesn't happen. So I would imagine that it should still be it should still play out somewhat like it does in canon up until a certain point when Boros actually gets involved in the battles. But I think it would be more so like the canon, instead of just like a complete detour like what this series has been. Because basically you'll notice like the only stuff that I've covered that's from like the original manga is like the first 3 episodes, and then everything after that is just original arcs pretty much. Do you think Boros pays his space taxes to the space government? He dominates the space government. He was the dominator of the universe. They probably pay taxes to him to fuel his ship. Here's an interesting idea. Rank the cadres from least to most evil. That could be pretty fun. Some of the more evil ones would definitely be Black S, because he enjoys torturing people and murdering and stuff. Definitely Pure Ugly. And Goketsu also just enjoys torturing people and giving out torment and stuff. Gums is just sort of driven by instinct to eat, so I don't know how evil he is. Same with Ocean Water, or like evil natural water in general. Like he just responds to hostile intent. And then Elder Centipede, probably evil, because he's destroying cities and whatnot. Like, he doesn't care. But like, the thing is, he's more like a natural calamity. Like, he's straight up stated to be like a disaster. He just doesn't care about what he does. His movement alone is just killing cities, and he doesn't care. So like, he's not particularly sadistic, I guess. He's not enjoying killing people. It's just that like, he's a natural disaster. He just doesn't care. He'll walk through anywhere he wants. So I don't think he's quite as evil as like Black S and Ugly and Goketsu and those people. Psychos is also pretty evil, but again, you can make the argument that she was messed with by God quite a bit. So maybe she's not as evil. Who did I miss? Rover? I mean, Rover is just like a dog that's like untrained and just attacks people pretty much. Like that's the only thing. Like he's an animal. Neon is evil too. Neon enjoys torturing people a lot. Garo's parents were betrayed and trapped in the time chamber. Did you think my debris scaling was good? Did I get anything wrong, or is my mountain to small country level durability rating for the debris accurate? Which debris exactly? Because the thing that comes to mind is like, there was recently a comment of someone scaling like a piece of Boros' ship to like that level or higher, based on it taking a few punches from Boros and Saitama. So like, if that's the one, then I think yeah, it can be valid. Because like the ship also tanks Saitama's moon jump, which has pretty high calculations. Are you still in school? Yes, I am actually. I'm on my final year. Do you think it's possible that Bang has some illegitimate children from his youth? Maybe? But I would imagine like he would have compensated for any damage he's done and whatnot. He would have paid the child support. Do you think the future that Psycho saw was the original timeline of everyone dying because of Cosmic Garo? Probably not, because the things she comments on are specifically like the nature of humanity. Like humans do nothing but eat, sleep, and go to the toilet, and like all that stuff. And I don't see how that relates to Cosmic Garo specifically. I think she saw something else probably. Even the Joker fears the IRS. Does Boros pay taxes to the doctor? He pays in his energy, because he donates energy to steroids. What if MHA and One Punch Man was in the same universe? That one's pretty good. I think it could be fun to do. In my opinion, third Gargoyle monster form Garo versus Meteoric Burst. Boros wins low to mid diff. I would agree, but change that to released Boros. I'm on that kind of mindset currently, but yeah, I agree. With the evil water, he's not a cadre, but Royal... Oh, with the evil, he's not a cadre, but Royal Ripper is very evil? Yeah, for sure. Season 2 spoiler, Boros and Saitama kiss in the end. No. Whose character designs in One Punch Man are your... Or two of my favorites, for sure. Orochi is just so creative and like... You know, like... Those eldritch abominations. And then Boros just is really, really cool. I also like Bang Garo, Atomic Samurai. Cosmic Garo is extremely good as well, design-wise. There's a lot of good designs. Elder Centipede I like as well, just a giant centipede monster. I actually really like the Lizard King as well. Like, what was his name? The one from the anime that Tatsumaki just bullied. Yeah, that comment was me half shitpost. Yeah, but I mean, it can be the case. Or you can just say that the destructive capacity of the battle isn't as great as the attack potency of it. Honestly, released Boros wins mid-diff, Meteoric Burst next to no difficulty. Yeah, that's pretty much my mindset currently. I actually calculated some of the feats in What If Boros Turned Good Part 3 and I got it to small planet level to dwarf star level. Would it be the continent flip? Like that's like the highest scale one, I think, from that part. I'd be interested to see it actually. I did calc that once before, like a long time ago. And I think I got it to like multi-continental. But that was a long time ago. Things could have changed a lot. Sorry I'm late, what's the thing with the stream? Basically, the main thing there is to know is that Season 2 of What If Boros Turned Good is getting pushed back by 1 or 2 weeks from the initial 20th of July date. So that's pretty much the main thing. Hopefully not more than 2 weeks. But can I really call it a joke when I did calcs for it? Or am I just weird now? I think it's not weird. Yo, how's it going? Hello, Clement. Haven't talked in a while. Yeah, scale meteoric burst to initial cosmic aura. Do you actually believe God is evil, or do you believe he's just neutral and he's just seen evil? I think he's mostly evil, based on the things he's done so far. Boros versus Saiyan Saga Z fighters. If you highball Boros, I think he wins, like, no difficulty if you really scale him to Saitama. But if you don't, I think it's a decent fight. I'd still probably argue for Boros, though. Unless you take the higher end interpretations for DBZ. He may not have fleshed out the full story of What If Boros Turned Good, but will he reach Cosmic Aura level? Also, every once in a while your mic bugs out and we can't hear you for like 20 seconds. 20 seconds is bad. I'm aware that it bugs out, but is it for that long? Really? And we'll see if he reaches those levels or not. In my opinion, Webcomic Aura has a better design than Cosmic. Why? Because I drew him. I just like the fact that he's intimidating. Yeah, I like the webcomic Goro way more than the manga Goro character-wise. But design-wise, I cannot deny Cosmic Goro looks so good. I think in terms of pure intimidation, yeah, webcomic Goro probably has him beat, but like just in general, like the cosmic design is so good. Diffs released Boros. That's not accepted in these parts, my friend. Do you think it's possible that King will somehow become a leader of the Hero Association? I mean, it's possible, but I don't think it'll happen. Is Boros Turned Good solar system level at the end of Season 1? Basically, the way to scale him is just like, because the thing is, Season got all the upscaling. Well, not all the upscaling, but before I believed Saitama was like universal and stuff like that. And him matching a serious punch definitely should put him at those like galactic, multi-galactic levels if you think that Saitama is that strong in his fight with Cosmic Goro before he gets exponentially stronger. But if you don't think that's the case, then the best scaling for him is like scaling to the Hypernova, which is like 100 times star level. And he barely survived that. So it's pretty inconsistent. The continent flip I got to planet level. Could you send me that calc on Discord? I'd actually be interested to see it. Who do you think is the opponent that Boros was supposed to meet and fight in the prophecy? I think Blast is a solid candidate, but I think that like the prophecy would have accounted for Saitama just growing stronger and eventually becoming a worthy foe to Boros. So like you could just say Blast or Saitama. How would you feel if we have a humanity was the true evil plot twist or something in One Punch Man? I wouldn't be too surprised because we have a lot of bad people in One Punch Man, but I wouldn't really be happy for it either. I don't really want that. Does Satori have a favorite waifu? People keep asking that. My answer would be Neo from Ruby. That's my answer. Do you have a girlfriend? Currently, I do not. I am single and available if anybody wants to see me, I guess. I don't think it's that long of a bug. Probably like 5 to 6 seconds. Yeah, that's good. Did you watch Fairy Tail? I have not seen Fairy Tail. Vomit Fear Ugly versus Glory Boss. I mean, like, Vomited Fear Ugly. The thing is, if you do some rat scaling, you can actually get Glory Boss to really high levels. If you say that Saitama landing on Boros' ship from the moon jump, and the moon jump is like calced at small planetary sometimes, or like multi-continental, and the ship tanked the jump better than the moon did, and then you get Geryugen Shoop saying that if he and Glory Boss team up, or sorry, if he and Melzergar team up, they can beat Saitama, after seeing Saitama destroy parts of the ship. So then you argue Geryugen Shoop has to be at least multi-continental because of him scaling above the ship. And then Melzerguard is just like meant to just sponge blows as Geryugen Shoop deals damage. So like Geryugen Shoop scales to like multi-continental, and then Goroba scales higher. So then yeah, I think he beats Vomited Fear Ugly, but if you don't do that, if you don't do the right scaling, then I think that Vomited Fear Ugly just takes it via feats. I heard from a guy on Reddit that a big part of why Boros has the whole multi-continental, multi-planet, and star level thing is the word Hoshi used, which means celestial body, so star, planet, etc. Yeah, I'm aware of that. What's up, Satori? Just came. Pretty much the premise of the stream, like the main thing that I want to say is that the What If Boros Turned Good Season 2, because of some circumstances, is getting pushed back a week or two. Hopefully not any more than that. But it will have a slight delay. Still can't wait for Crying Child versus Saitama. Crying Child wins. There was a whole meme back in the day. Not back in the day, but like a while ago, for Freddy Fazbear scaling to a thumbnail for that. Satori versus Boros confirmed in season. Versus there we go. Still got it. 1 second, I'ma put it on screen for the OGs. The OGs will remember. One second. There we go. My greatest masterpiece. Freddy Fazbear versus Goku. Who wins, guys? Who do you have winning this incredibly fair matchup? Probably Boros. Actually, no, Shrek, because he scales above Jogoat, who scales above Boros. Watch my Jogoat versus Boros video if you're confused. He has a female Boros body pillow. Who needs a girlfriend when you have that? No, but I have a Hades body pillow from Record of Ragnarok. I just remembered something. I think Psycho says that he tries to warn others about the futures he saw, but no one listened. Yeah, pretty much. Lies. We all know Satori uses a male body pillow. Yeah, for Hades from Record of Ragnarok. Are you fully up to date with the webcomic? I am not. I do know some things going on, but I'm not fully up to date. It was stated that the 3 of Boros' generals have a chance to beat Orochi with prep time. In my opinion, that puts them around the higher tier cadres. It says that if they completely work together, like fully with prep time, they have a very slight chance, almost next to nothing. And that was before Orochi got his scaling, so I think that the statement could have just been retconned. Because that was before the small planet level scaling for Orochi even came out. The mic cut for 1 or 2 minutes? Holy. Yeah, I think we'll have to end the stream soon then, holy. Do you think Saitama ages normally? Probably. When is that new mic coming? It was becoming a problem with the cut now in low volume. I hope. The mic has won. Since Empty Void is a higher dimensional being just like Mr. Mixie, who do you think can be a fair fight? I don't think he's Mr. Mixie level. Because isn't Mr. Pixie like 5-dimensional? I think like you have to really highball Void to get him to 5-dimensional, to 5th-dimensional. I think a more fair fight is somebody like Goku. Even though I think Goku wins, but like I think it's more fair than Pixie. Mixie. I am literally called Freddy Factorio on Discord. Frederick wins. William Afton versus Child Emperor. Oh no. Oh no. Freddy scales to Freddyversal. Plot twist, the stream is canon to What If Boros Turned Good Season 2 and his mic is being sabotaged by a resurrected and now disillusioned Geryugen Shoop using psychic powers of Nagash. I do not understand what I just read, but I like it. Ever heard of Carthu's Dojo? I have, I've seen some of his videos. He's pretty cool. Do you believe the future psychos and the old lady saw was actually thanks to humanity and not God? I don't think so, but maybe it could be. But I think it's more so about God. I did watch your vid. In fact, I have watched all of your One Punch Man related videos, and I have liked all of them. That's nice. Glad to hear that. That just means base Orochi above all 3. Yeah. I think the mic cutting thing is viewer to viewer because for me it's like almost never cuts out, and when it does it's like 3 seconds. That's actually even more insane. Like I don't even know what has to be happening then. How strong do you think Shrek is? No meme force. I'm not too familiar with Shrek scaling, but doesn't he like have small building level calcs? Something like that? From what I've heard. Mr. Mixie is nowhere close. He's basically a gag character who can just crush the entire 2nd dimension if he wanted to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Mixie is like not Void level, right? Like, he's way above. Puri Prisoner or Yujiro Hanma. Puri, if we're really not generous to him, we can say he's hypersonic and like town level, or like large town level. Yujiro, if we push him to the max, say he's a lightning timer and can stop earthquakes, I think he could beat him. But if you will lowball Puri, then I definitely got Puri winning. If we highball him. Goketsu Redemption arc in Season 2? Could be. I mean, he's basically already quote-unquote redeemed, reformed. He's just like good now because he has to be, because otherwise Boros will just end him immediately. I asked because then why would psychos think lowly of humanity if the future was caused by God? I think God could have just manipulated her into seeing humanity doing, like, terrible things to themselves. Or maybe it is just humanity wiping themselves out in the distant future or something like that. Like, it could be. Could Boros clone himself through his regeneration? I would imagine no, because then the detached arm that Saitama punched off would have grown into another Boros, and that would have been kinda cool, but also really weird. DC's Mixie usually scales above Superman, who was strong enough to affect the Source Wall and other much higher dimensional feats. I mean, it depends on what version of Superman, I would imagine, because there's a ton of them, but yeah. Time to sleep, see ya. See ya, Simon. Hope you have a good sleep. I hope you show humanity's evil in What If Boros Turned Good Season 2. We'll see. Do you have any big plans for when you reach 100,000 subscribers? Which I know you will. Thank I don't have any super big plans currently. But like, maybe if I'm feeling really crazy, I will just rank every single character in One Punch Man. And not like as a tier list format, but like legit just a scripted video ranking every single one with detailed explanations. Probably not, but if I'm feeling really crazy, I might. Aurelion Sol versus Boros. I don't know who that is, unfortunately. I'm pretty new around here. I first found you from Tatsumaki vs. Ten Tails Obito. Watched every video you put out since. Hey, nice. That video didn't perform that well, so nice to hear that you came from there. I like it a lot, though. I had a lot of fun with the Naruto versus One Punch Man stuff. I'm glad to have you here. Creepier Von J, I think that's how you would pronounce it, but I could be very, very wrong. In general, I think Naruto and One Punch Man scale close enough to each other to make for a bunch of good matchups. Equal stats, pure hands, who got winning Suiryu versus Goketsu. Might be unfair, but I thought it'd be cool. The thing is, Suiryu amplifies himself with his martial arts, so like technically, if he has raw strength comparable to Goketsu, he should be able to amplify it with his martial arts. But if it's just like combat skill, we literally know almost nothing about Goketsu, except one single feat of him redirecting some of Bakuzan's punches via spinning his arm in the manga. That's literally the only martial arts themed feat he has. So it's kind of weird. Like, based off feats, I think Suiryu just has better skill, but like Goketsu has the size and range advantage. So it just depends. But I'd bet on Suiryu probably. That's how Boros lived. Can I help making What If Boros Turned Good in any way? I think I answered this before. It's like, if you can draw, then I'd like to commission drawings. But otherwise, it's just like, if you watch the videos, that's already a help, because you're already giving basically ad revenue, so I earn more money so I can invest more in Season 2. If you donate, of course, I appreciate that too a lot. Cosmic Armor's Superman is far above Mixie and even the Batman Who Laughs. I'm not too familiar with DC scaling, but the Batman Who Laughs is crazy and I love him. I love the Batman Who Laughs. There's just something about him, I just love the guy. Do you believe humanity is good or evil in One Punch Man? Mostly because opinions from homeless and psychos and even God. I think in general, there's a lot of evil people, like the executives, some of the heroes and whatnot, but I think in general, I wouldn't say humanity as a whole is evil, at least not now. Yeah, you said right. That's good. I only care about the top 20k characters, so yeah. That's masochistic. It is. Elf versus dwarf. Elves are usually depicted as stronger, right? Like in general, I would say. Like dwarves physically in close quarters combat might win, but elves just have range weaponry, which is always an advantage. Yugo versus Garo. I'm not familiar with Yugo. If you meant Yujiro, then I think Garo wins, though. Are you gonna hire writers for Season 2? No, I'm writing everything by myself. I'm not hiring writers. What I'm doing with money is I'm commissioning drawings, as well as paying for animations, pretty much. Although right now, like, the animation I paid for, kind of going not too well, because it's super slow at the moment, like the progress of it. I don't know if it'll be done before the episode that it's supposed to be in releases. So that's kind of weird, but hopefully it is. And then I need to commission one more animation. But I haven't found the guy to do it yet. Curious, what's your opinion on football? Not American football, by the way. I'm indifferent. I don't really watch football. I don't watch many sports in general. Like, the closest thing I watch is basketball from time to time. But it's cool. I don't have anything against it. Casually, pure hands, Batman versus Cosmic Garo. Batman's best feat is knowing all 127 forms of martial arts, can copy moves too, beat martial arts masters from the future with advanced skills. The thing is, like, Seth the Programmer did a video on this, where, like, Batman versus Goku in pure hands. Batman is absolutely insane in martial arts. Like, it's bad. Completely busted in martial arts. My voice is kind of dying. To call humanity evil, you have to be able to call the masses evil. Can you do that? I wouldn't say so. I'll go to sleep soon, so do you have anything else important to say? No, I don't really know. I don't really have anything else to really say that's very important. The stream will be ending soon as well, so yep. Hope you have a good day though, or good night. Have a good night. Wakfu character. I assume you mean waifu? I answered that before. Hello, I sub. Thanks, Dragon God. Appreciate that. Who do you believe would win, Goro Goro or Fubuki Monster Association arc? See, the thing is, Goro Goro just has better scaling in general, and also, Fubuki, when sensing Tatsumaki versus Goro Goro, she straight up starts shivering, and is like, holy, what is going on? Why is my sister using this much power? Her opponent must be incredibly strong. So if she's reacting that way to Tatsumaki fighting Goro Goro, I think she's not beating Goro Goro. Wonder Woman considers Batman a good opponent and she can fight Ares, who has knowledge of all fighting strats. Yeah. You watch basketball? How does LeBron scale to Boros in a 1v1? I watch it like once a year. I'm not a consistent watcher. But Boros is just like light speed. He'll be dashing around the field and just like dunking the ball in, probably breaking the basket. I think that One Punch Man needs more unique monsters related to biohazards. That could be cool. Batman scales to One Punch Man with 1 seconds of prep time. I'm curious, maybe you will perhaps do Bleach content, or at least seen it. I've seen Bleach? Well, not seen, I've read Bleach, and then I've seen the first 2 choirs of the Thousand Year Blood War arc, and I've read the Blood Year arc as well fully in the manga. Whether I'll do content on it? Probably not, because I don't really want to get into the scaling of it. And for What Ifs, I'd have to reread it at least a couple more times to really understand the series comfortably enough to get into What Ifs. But I like it, I like Bleach. I'm not okay at drawing, but I'm not great. Oh, I'm okay at drawing, but I'm not great, so if you give me an idea, I can try drawing it. Even if you like it, I can draw for you, but I do it for free. Could you draw... let's say... just... what would be non-spoilery? Just like a picture of Boros punching Saitama in the face or something like that. And that could be used, maybe. You get $1 billion, but you have to stay in a room with Puri Puri for 1 hour. Okay, look. First of all, it's not guaranteed that I would be his type. Second of all, he still only unconsensually does criminals and not just general people, so I should be safe unless he thinks I'm a criminal. And third, a bit Season 2, a complete anime with like full animation, voice cast and everything. And then I also get to have a house, a car, anything else I want because $1 billion is just that much. And I'm set for a life and my family's set for life. So like, yeah, an hour of trauma would be terrible, but it's a sacrifice, I'll say that. Does Gideon Gunship kinda look like Anti-Spiral? A little bit. Who do you think would be worse to work under? Geto, Obito, or Psychos? Geto I don't know too much, but he would throw me under the bus at any moment and like absorb my power if he ever feels like it. Psychos? Honestly, if I'm like one of the cadres and I don't show weakness, I'm fine, but if I'm one of the weaker monsters and I refuse to go commit suicide against the S-Class, she's just gonna kill me and feed me to Orochi instead. So I wouldn't really like that. Obito though, like, I guess I'd have to be part of the Akatsuki, in which case I have to be strong enough to be an Akatsuki member, and Obito's not gonna go out of his way to like kill me unless I directly stand in his way. So as long as I do my job, I'm fine. And like worst case scenario, I'm working for Obito and I get beaten by like the Leaf Ninjas. I just surrender or run and just like continue living, right? So yeah, I'm definitely picking Obito. He's not a nice employer, but he's not killing me for no reason either. LeBron is my sunshine, so he scales to the speed of light, clearly. Clearly. Evil Natural Fire. That could be good, actually. Hey, quick question. Earlier you said you were going into your last year of school. I assume you were referring to college? No, I'm 18 years old. I'm going to 12th grade, actually. Bleach scaling makes me want to drink. Well, you know. Yep. Bleach scaling is kind of weird. The Darkest Night Batman blinks the whole One Punch Man verse out of existence. I don't know his scaling, so I can't really comment. Would you do JJK What If videos after you're done watching and reading JJK? That would be pretty cool. I'm anime only for JJK, but I do plan to catch up at some point. And the series is a lot shorter than something like Bleach, so I could watch and read it multiple times to really understand it better. Puri only does criminals, right? Yes. Who wins, Puri Puri or Drake? The mic cutting out as soon as he goes a billion actually makes the stream better. I believe it does. Thank God the mic censored it. You have to stream your time with Puri, then a chatter would be like, Satri, make sure not to tell him about your car stealing. Yep. What's your thoughts on Drake? I literally know nothing about him. I just know the name. I know absolutely nothing else about him. I think he's a rapper, and I think he's been accused of the P word, I guess. That's like the only thing I know about Drake. That's literally where my knowledge extends. I don't know what his songs are like. I don't know his age or like anything really. His personality, nothing. I know nothing. Have you heard of Madness Combat? I have not. Mahito did nothing wrong. A little bit of... I'd say he did some things wrong. Oh, well, we're way closer in age than I thought. Good to know, though. Yeah, people get surprised a lot. But anyways, I think I'll have to go now, because it's pretty late, and, yeah. It's past midnight here, so I'll probably head to bed now. Also have to get my dog out for a walk a bit before 2, though. So, yeah. Gonna be going. Gonna sleep now. Good night. Good night, I painted this. Hope you have a good sleep. So if you guys want to say anything else, feel free, but the stream is gonna end in like a minute or 2 at most. See ya. See ya, Jukan. Alright, bye. Goodbye, Space Animator Broman. Thanks for sticking around. And yeah. Morning, evening, you know, whatever your time zone is, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And see you next time. Goodbye.